Hello, sports fans. I want to welcome everyone to another edition of Sports Memo's College Football Forecast. I'm your host, world champion handicapper, Las Vegas's biggest daily sports bettor, Joe D'Amico. Now, sports fans, you're going to receive a ton, and I mean a ton, of free winners from some of Sports Memo's documented winning handicappers. Providing today's winners are Mr. Jesse Schule, Mr. Ross Benjamin, myself, Joe D'Amico. My friends, during the show, you're going to see a discounted offer scroll across your screen. There it goes now. See it? There you go. Take advantage of that discount, my friends. Today's offer is certainly in the spirit of the season of giving. We're going to finish off 2021 with a bang. We know that December can be a frantic month, so we are offering the rest of the calendar year special until Monday football kicks off. Get every NFL, college football, NBA, NHL, college basketball, and all other sports from your favorite handicapper through December 31st for only $189. Let's have a great ending in 2021. And sports fans, if you like what you hear, like and follow the Sports Memo YouTube channel and our Twitter page. Guys, we're going to jump right in it with our first guest. He's a perennial on the leaderboard over at Sports Memo. We've got college football winners. We've got a ton of them. We're going to start off with Mr. Jesse Schule, and he's going to give you his first college football winner. Jesse, come on aboard, baby. Tell us about your winner.
Well, Joe, we got tomorrow night, Utah and Oregon in the Pac-12 championship game. And we're only 2 weeks removed from Oregon losing by 31 points at Utah. Utah dominated the line of scrimmage in that game. And a change of venue isn't likely to change that for Oregon. The Ducks, of course, missed out on the college football playoffs. Another Pac-12 championship for the Ducks, I don't think is going to be as motivating as it will be for Utah. Utah will really be happy to win this championship if they can pull this off. And I think they can. Oregon ran for just 63 yards on 23 attempts in that previous matchup. We look at history, ladies and gentlemen, and over the last 8 seasons, in the event that the championship game is a rematch of a meeting in the previous season, the team that won the first meeting is 15-5 straight up in those games. Oregon, of course, just didn't show up for that last game. They have not been the same team with injuries that they've been battling since they beat Ohio State. And Utah has a big advantage at the quarterback position. Ever since Cam Rising stepped in to replace Charlie Brewer, he's been great. He's thrown for 2,109 yards with 17 touchdowns, just 3 picks. Utah just appears to be the better team, playing better football at the moment, and they are your Pac-12 champions.
There you go. Mr. Jesse Schule is telling you to take Utah minus the 2.5. Sports friends, Jesse is a perennial on multiple sport leaderboards over at Sports Memo. I want him to tell you what he's got going on the premium side this week. And Jesse, please.
Well, Joe, if December is anything like it was for me in November, we'll be in good shape. You can look forward to a big play that I already have posted at Sports Memo on the SEC championship game, as well as usual soccer, CFL, just killing it with soccer and CFL this year. So yeah, going to have lots of plays Saturday and Sunday.
There you go. Mr. Jesse Schule, we call him the body. You know him as a perennial on the leaderboards. Use that discount, guys. Get that discount. Get all of Jesse's plays right from today straight through the end of the year. $189. Use that discount, guys. It will pay for itself in no time. We're going to go from one perennial leaderboard person to another. He's one of my favorite people in the world. He's certainly the best-looking guy on this panel, and Jesse and I are good-looking. We call him the pioneer of the sports betting industry, Mr. Ross Benjamin. He's going to tell you about his big college football free winner, his first college football winner. Ross, tell us about your first winner, please.
Yeah, we're going to look at the Oklahoma State and Baylor game. The total in this game is 46.5, and that's what I'm going to concentrate. Look, we have 2 of the best defenses, not only in the Big 12 conference, but in the country itself. You want to know why? Well, here we go. Oklahoma State defensively, these are all national rankings. Number 3 in total yards, number 5 in scoring, number 1 in third down defense, allowing opponents to convert just 24.7% of their third down opportunities. Wow. And number 1 in sacks. Baylor, on the other hand, number 17 in scoring, not too shabby as well at 19.4 points per game. This is also a Baylor team that's gone under the total in their last 3 with a combined 40.7 points per game scored. And these teams met earlier this season with Oklahoma State coming away with a 24-14 win. That game easily stayed under the total of 47.5. And Oklahoma State on that day held Baylor to a season low 14 points and 280 yards of total offense. I look for this one to be a knockout, drag-out affair, Joe. Defensive battle, low-scoring game, a close game, and I'm going under the total of 46.5 in the Big 12 championship game between Oklahoma State and Baylor.
There you go, Mr. Ross Benjamin. Guys, he's been on the leaderboard since before they had leaderboards. He is a good-looking son of a gun, I got to tell you. Great smile, great analysis. He's made a believer out of me. I know he's made a believer out of you. He's going to tell you what he's got going on this weekend on the premium side, so you could use that discount, that $189, and get all of Ross's through the end of the year. Let's bring Ross back so he could tell you himself what he's got going on.
Well, if you're not a believer now, you'll never be a believer because, the leaderboards, I've been on the top of the 7-day leaderboard for the last 4 days, and there's good reason for that. I've had 10 winning days in a row. Over that course of time, I've gone 25-9. That's in all sports. And how about college football? The last 4 Saturdays, I've gone 18-6. That is correct, folks. All documented right there at sportsmemo.com. Also 22-9 with my last 31 in college football. That's also documented at sportsmemo.com. That's 22-9 all days. So red hot in college football, red hot in all sports right now, Joe. I'll have 5 plays up in the conference championship games on Saturday, including a 5-unit game of the week. And you can find me right there at Sports Memo. Back to you, my friend.
Thank you, Ross. Not only is he a red-hot, handsome man, he's red-hot on those leaderboards. Go use that discount for my buddy Ross, guys. It'll pay for itself in no time. Sports fans, I've got a game that I really love I want to talk about. Woo! I don't release a lot of totals, but when I do, they are money. I like both Wake Forest and Pitt very much. If you guys recall, I gave out both teams quite a few times on this show this season. One thing for sure, there's going to be so much scoring in this matchup. The staff over at Bank of America Stadium, guys, they're going to have to change out the bulbs in the scoreboard after the game. They're going to be burnt out. You've got the nation's 3rd and 4th ranked scoring offenses matching up here. They each account for over 42 points per game. Pitt, guys, what can we say? Pitt, 40 touchdown, 4,000-yard passer. Kenny Pickett, he's at the helm. He and the 6th-ranked aerial assault will dissect the lackluster 50th-ranked Wake Forest pass defense. Trust me, guys, after this performance, he's going to make a quantum leap in that Heisman race. Oh, one more thing, guys. Before we go to it, because Russ loves when I say one more thing. Guys, when the Demon Deacons have the ball, 34 touchdown, 3,700-yard passer Sam Hartman, and the 11th-ranked passing offense will shred the Panthers' 113th ranked pass defense. During this game, folks, you're going to see so much fireworks in the sky. You're going to want to stand up and salute like it's the 4th of July, guys. The over is 6-2 in Wake's last 8, 15-5 in Pitt's last 20 overall. Take the over in this matchup. It will get you the money. This might even make it to my premium side, guys. But speaking of my premium side, I want to tell you why you need to go and buy Joe D'Amico with that discount you see scroll across the bottom of your screen. Guys, the last 3 weeks, I am 7-0. 7-0 with my 10-unit and 5-unit plays right here at Sports Memo. This football season, 17-4 overall in those 5 and 10-unit games. This weekend, I'm going to have several big game releases over at Sports Memo. Use the discount, guys. You'll have my college football, my pro football, college basketball, my NBA straight through the new year. And I want to tell you right now, I'm dressed like Santa because I want to give you the gift of money and happiness from now through the new year. I'll make a believer out of you. Ho, ho, ho. Guys, this is the point in the show, and I like to bring in the whole panel. By the way, I just want to tell you guys, this panel is unlike any other panel. We talked about it a few weeks ago. We joked, this is like a dating app panel. Look at these 3 guys. Look at these 3 guys. They're all good looking. They're good looking. You got Ross's smile. First of all, Ross's hair and that smile. Jesse, look at that face. And Joey D, come on, man. This is a good-looking panel. This is the point in the show that I'd like to tell you about some line movements I got from my friends over at the Superbook at the Westgate, my favorite place to watch and bet a game. You come to town and you live here, go over to Superbook. You'll love it. 2 major line movements they wanted me to let you all know about on the college football side. Western Kentucky, they opened up at 1. It went up to 3. They're trying to hold back from going to 3.5, guys, because then the Sharps will come in on the other side and try to middle the game. And the Houston-Cincinnati total, 55 down to 52.5. They see it falling even more. Going to be a good matchup anyway. Guys, we've got another round of college football free winners from some of the best Sportsmemo has to offer, which means some of the best on the planet. Let's go right back in to another big winner. We're going to bring him on. He is the body. You know him as Jesse Schule. Jesse, can you tell us about your second free winner, please?
Well, Joe, I'm not sure if you remember this, but on our Thanksgiving show, you had asked me about my opinion on the San Jose State Fresno State game. And I didn't have a play on the game, so I didn't do my research. I mentioned that because Fresno State didn't have a chance to make the Mountain West Championship game, that I would lean toward the underdog San Jose State. Well, we all know how that worked out. I stand corrected. Joe, you were right. Fresno State beat the snot out of them, giving them a chance to make that conference championship game. Didn't matter, though, because San Diego State took care of business against Boise State, and they will be in the conference championship game against Utah State. And San Diego State, they took advantage of 3 interceptions by the Broncos last week. They are first in the Mountain West in scoring defense, allowing just 17.3 points per game. The Aggies, on the other hand, their defense is extremely poor. They allow almost 400 yards per game, ranking 9th in the Mountain West. Strength of schedule is another big concern for me when looking at the Aggies. I see the Aztecs have won against Boise State, Nevada, Air Force. They even upset Utah early on this season. The Aggies, on the other hand, have lost to Wyoming, BYU, and Boise State in blowout losses. The Aggies gave up 362 rushing yards in a 42-17 loss to Wyoming just 2 weeks ago. And the last time the Aggies played the Aztecs, San Diego State ran for 407 yards, winning 38-7 last year. I'm taking San Diego State. I think they're the only team here that can play defense, and I think they're going to run all over Utah State.
Well, we lost Joe's audio, I think. Maybe they shut him off at Sports Memo. Who knows? In any event, I'm going to look at the App State and UL Lafayette Sun Belt Championship game, which will be played in Lafayette, Louisiana. And this is a UL Lafayette team that lost their season opener to Texas. Since then, they've reeled off 11 wins in a row. They've played 4 home games versus FBS opponents this season, and only allowed 11 points per game in those 4 games. One of those contests was earlier this season against App State. They won that game handily, 41-14, holding App State to their lowest scoring output of the season, in addition to 211 yards, which is by far their lowest offensive output in terms of total yards all season long. App State defensively has really come on over their last 4 games, guys. 7.7 points per game and 204.8 yards allowed per contest. That's getting it done on the defensive end. You know, these teams have, I believe this is the 6th straight year or the 5th straight year, many years in a row, these teams have met for the Sun Belt Championship. So as a result, since 2018, these teams have faced one another 6 times. This will be the 7th time. In familiarity, sometimes it breeds good defense. You know what the other team's going to do, and I think that will be prevalent here. 5 of the last 6 meetings between these teams have gone under the total, and I think it's going to be 6 of the last 7 after the result goes final here. I like App State and UL Lafayette under 53. Don't forget, folks, 18-6 the last 4 Saturdays in college football at Sports Memo. Back to you, Joe.
Thank you, Ross. We did a minor technical issue. That happens. We couldn't rise above that. One thing we do rise above, Jesse, Ross, and myself, is those bookmakers out there. We're crushing them. And by the way, sports fans, I'm sure someone got an early Christmas present. You finally got to shut Joe D'Amico up for a few seconds. His mic got muted. Probably my wife down the hall. Guys, I've got another free winner for you. I'm very excited about this game. I really am. With all respect to Iowa, they more or less got to the conference championship, sneaking through where? The back door. Yes, they're 10-2. I'm not looking to take away from anything from that, guys. However, Michigan, not only did they get here by coming through the front door, they kicked the damn door in. They demoralized Ohio State last week. As a matter of fact, since their sole loss of the season to MSU, they've rattled off 4 straight wins, and more importantly for us, 4 straight covers, guys. As good as the Hawkeyes' defense is, the Wolverines' defense, even better. This is going to be a huge part. This is going to play a huge part in this matchup. Trust me, folks. The Iowa's offense is stagnant, and they own some of the ugliest numbers in college football. Let's go Michigan. Michigan, 20th in total yards, 13th in scoring, a solid passing attack, and the nation's 10th ranked running game. The Hawkeyes' 2 losses this season, Purdue and Wisconsin, my friends, against 2 teams that played very aggressive defensively, holding Iowa each to 7 points apiece, guys. They held Iowa, each of them, to 7 points. Why? Because they went nose-to-nose with them. They played very aggressive defensively. The Wolverines, you know what they're going to do? The same darn thing, guys. They have a stellar stop unit offensively with the tandem of combined 2,100-yard rushers, Haskins and Corum. They're going to control the clock, the tempo, wear down the overworked Hawkeyes defense here. Michigan wins by 17 or more. Don't be worried to lay the wood because Iowa, they're no Paul Bunyan, guys. Guys, I want to run down all the games first, but before we give out a couple of announcements, very excited about my friend Jesse Schule. You got 2 big free winners: Utah -2.5, San Diego State -6. The handsome and dapper. Let's bring everybody on. The handsome and dapper Ross Benjamin, guys. He had Baylor, Oklahoma State under 46.5. He had Appalachian State, ULL under 53. You're a handsome host. Ho, ho, ho. Wake Forest, Pittsburgh over 71.5. Michigan -11. Guys, I got a couple of announcements real quick. Sports fans, we would love it if you follow the Sportsmemo YouTube channel. It's 100% free. Takes 2 seconds. Also, follow our Twitter page. Like, comment, share our post. Please let us know what you like, and also let us know what you don't. We want to keep coming back, keep giving you what you want. Tons of free winners. We want to make you happy. One more thing, guys. That discount. I mean, you could ride any one of these handsome and documented winning cappers. Jesse, myself, anybody on the panel, guys. I mean, this is very exciting. We finish off 2021 with a bang. We know that December can be a frantic month, so we are offering the rest of the calendar year special until Monday football kickoff. Get every NFL, college football, NBA, NHL, college basketball, and every other sport from your favorite capper straight through December 31st for only $189. Guys, it's that time, but don't go anywhere because our NFL segment is going to be coming up next. I want to thank Sportsmemo, your one-stop shop for all your sports betting needs, our wonderful panel of experts. And most of all, I want to thank you, our viewers. Without you, we wouldn't be here. On behalf of Sportsmemo, Jesse Schule, Ross Benjamin, I'm Joe D'Amico. Good luck and have a winning day.